Hey everybody, welcome back to War 5 of Season 26. We're almost at the halfway mark. Seems like this season just got underway. So, this war we're matched up against ISO8a. I'm fighting for the Alliance SAS, and we're fighting in Tier 1. We know ISO8a. They're a pretty big alliance, super high prestige, so you know it's going to be a pretty big challenge ahead of us. This is what we have. We have 5 fights here. We're starting off on Path 5 in Section 1. We're taking all 3 fights. Starting off with a Ebb and Flow knockdown Dark HoX. Same with the Mole Man. And then the shared mini in Ebony Maw with steady build up Fury and heavy hitter. Then we're hopping on to Path 6 in Section 2 where we have, like last war, a Rage Shabari Panther with enhanced Fury. And then we're ending off our war with a Professor X with aggression prowess and power focus 2. This is the team we're bringing in. This is going to be a Human Torch war. He's going to take on 4 of our 5 fights. He's at rank 3, level 45, at SIG level 20. And then we're bringing in Dr. Doom as well. This will be the second time I'm bringing him this season. He is rank 3, level 45. He's at SIG level 0. He's just there to take on that Mole Man in Section 1 on Path 5. And then to round out the team, we're bringing in Magneto, House of X. He's there to give us that pre-fight, that guidance boost. So here's that first fight. Node 2, Ebb and Flow, Knockdown, and Power Drain. The game plan here, we're not using our pre-fight. We're going to parry heavy just to play with the Ebb and Flow Knockdown. And we'll try and bait and block his special 1. That'll give us smolders for every hit. I think it's like 3 or 4 hits. So it's a decent amount of smolders to pick up. And one thing to keep an eye on is the Fury timer that you get from Ebb and Flow Knockdown. You're going to see it come into play in this fight where I actually I miss it. I don't pay enough attention to the timer, and I'm going to end up making an error, and it's going to cost me a decent chunk of health. So here, get off a parry. We'll heavy to knock him down. We get that Fury, so we're able to do normal damage. He is in shield mode, so I'm going to try and stick to just heavy parries. We apply 2 incinerates every time we heavy, so no worries. We can play the patient game. So here, I want him to throw his special 1. Our temperature is pretty low. I don't think that's too big of a deal, especially if he throws the special 1, because each hit is not only going to give us smolders, but it's going to raise our temperature as well. So he's close to that special 2. I want him to throw the special 1. There we go. So we're just going to block it. That raises our temperature. And right there, I lost track of the timer. And what happens is when the Fury expires, it actually eliminates all debuffs on the defender, and that includes stun. So if I miss time my parry to go with the expiry of that Fury debuff, I run the risk of being surprised and having my stun just expire out of nowhere, and I took a few hits there. So that's a mistake on my end. Wasn't too punishing, took about a quarter of our health there. We're just about halfway through the fight, and I'm okay to take this slow. It's okay, it's super straightforward. We're just parry heavy. Taking a look at that Fury timer, it expires. There we go. So we just need to bait out a special 1. There we go. We're at a good amount of smolders, and we should be in a good spot to close out the fight here. And our incinerates are ticking for a decent amount of damage. Looks like just over 500 per tick. There we go. So there's that first fight down. We make a small mistake, but that's okay. Just gonna cost us a few potions. And Node 11, Ebb and Flow Knockdown, heavy hitter. This is Doom. Still fairly inexperienced with Doom. This is the game plan I drew up. We're using the guidance boost just so we can stun reliably. I'm going to use an advanced power boost. I do have 2 in the overflow, and my plan here is to cycle my special 1 the entire time. In my head, I am worried about my heavy triggering protect as well as my SP2, and I'd rather not be in a position where he has a bunch of protection effects on him and I have to intercept to get back to normal damage. So I figured just cycling my special 1, because it doesn't hit very hard, it shouldn't trigger protect at all. And I am boosted because I'm taking all 3 fights in a row. So I figured this was the safest way to play it. And once I throw that first SP1 and I see how much damage I'm doing, I know that this is a super rock solid game plan. It's super safe. There's really no threat for me at this point. I just have to keep an eye on his power meter, use lights if I want to bring his power down, and then just fire off that SP1 whenever I want. So I'm speeding it up because it is a pretty long fight and it is super repetitive. It's just me cycling my special 1, getting a few combo hits in, and then repeat. And He's going to throw a few specials, but that's okay. Mole Man's animations, they are really easy to get out of the way. You just back the heck up, give him some space, and then you continue on with the fight. But as you can see, we're taking pretty much no chip damage here. We're at 99% health, and we had full control the entire time. So there's our second fight down. I was really glad that went cleanly. Next up, we are headed towards the Ebony Maw. This is the third fight. This is the shared fight in the middle in Section 1. No 19, steady build-up Fury, heavy hitter, power alternator. The game plan here, using Torch, obviously, he melts Mystics. We're not going to use our pre-fight. We need that later. But we are going to reparry to get our openings because that first hit from him is a non-contact hit. Just got to keep in mind we have to fire off specials to play around power alternator. And pretty much just don't do what I did here. I played this fight so poorly, and I wasn't sure if it was because I just assumed he had ebb and flow knockdown. I don't know why I tried to heavy and knock him down, because if my temperature's up, I don't have to worry about missing. So there's a first mistake there. I wait too long to heavy. He dexes out of the way, and I end up taking a few hits. But so now this next part is just about me recovering and finding my rhythm again. I take a combo. I don't know what happened there. I just let my thumb off parry. And now I'm cornered against the wall, and I need to get space. And I know that there's a slight millisecond after he throws his heavy where I can get some hits in. And to add another scoop to that poop sundae, I take a full SP2 to the face. I'm degenerating, and at this point I feel like I may actually just give up at death here. But managed to stay in it, close it out with the special, and Ebony Maw goes down. Super sketchy fight on my end. That was really, really poor technical play. I'm pretty frustrated at the way that I performed in this one. However, I am thankful we got away with all 3 attack bonuses. That's what's most important. And this is the most important fight on the map for me. Taking on the Rage Shabari Panther again. This is just a rank 5 5-star, which makes Rage a little bit more complicated. And since my Human Torch was rank 3, I was a little bit worried here. So the Rage threshold calculated to be 2.9k, just over. We're using the Flame on, and I was worried about the guidance boost here because White Magneto does give me plus 15% attack. And I figured to be safe, I'm taking out all my offensive masteries. I have 0 points in the offensive tree, and I only have a 15% health boost here. I'd rather have more health than not, especially if I can't raise my attack at all. So here we go. I know that all I have to do theoretically is keep an eye on her Huntress charges. When she's in the hunt, I can't stun her. She's stun immune, and if I try and stun her and assume that I'm sticking my parries, that's when I'll eat a combo, and if she bleeds me, I will bleed out. So here we go. Really good start. Her Huntress charges are really low. I haven't triggered Rage yet. Really happy about that. Did the math, and it turns out it worked out perfectly, and she's already halfway down, and we're 30 seconds into the fight. So I don't mind taking chip damage here. I'd rather play it super safe. She's in the hunt now, so I can't parry her. That's okay. Her SP2 is easy to punish. And I'm just playing it patient, letting the Nova Flames tick her down. She's out of the hunt now, so I can stun her with the guidance boost again without fear of her shrugging it off. And she goes down. So that's the fourth fight. I was really happy that that went according to plan. This is obviously still a new matchup for me, so really good to know that this is that matchup is ideal. So here's the last one. Node 38, Aggression Prowess, and Power Focus 2. This is a Professor X. I have to remember that I can only parry his first medium attack. The rest I can't. So back off, let him dash. That's how I can get my parries in. I do have to make sure I get my temperature up just to prevent miss, because he will inflict a falter debuff or passive, I'm not sure, a falter effect on me. And if my temperature is high enough, I can just bypass that. But apart from that, there's not too much to worry about here. Apart from me taking a full combo to the face, because I forget that the dash medium is the parry one. So thankfully I don't get punished too hard. Once again, it's about a quarter of my life taken, my health points taken away. So just have to hold my composure, stay stable here, and just stick with the fight plan here. He's got Power Focus too, so I can be pretty aggressive once he's past 2 bars of power. And there we go, that fight's over. So made a mistake at the start there, which ultimately didn't cost any attack bonuses, but I did end this war feeling pretty frustrated with the way I executed 3 of those fights. The Dark Hawk fight, just not paying enough attention to the timer and ending up getting hit. Same with Ebony Maw. That fight was just tragic on my end. I'm not happy about that. And then the technical mistake against Professor X. Thankfully, I had an invuln boost from the Shabari Panther fight, so that ended up helping me a little bit. But we ended up losing this one to ISO8a. They played unreal. They died 3 times. We died 7. So congrats to them. They played extremely well. They definitely deserved that. So we're 3-1-1. We'll catch you at War 6. Thanks for stopping by.